Have you ever wondered the difference between a junk journal versus an art journal versus a Smashbook? Well, I'm here to help. While I don't actually care what you call it, I just want you to get creative. A lot of people do get tripped up on the terms whenever they're trying to find ideas, whether on YouTube or Instagram or Pinterest or wherever. So today I want to walk you through the 3 main types of journals, of creative journals, so that I can help you to find inspiration easier. Hey there, I'm Gina Luker. I am the girl behind the Shabby Creek Cottage. I'm also the creator of the School of Fun Art, my free art community where I teach classes a few times each month. And around these parts, we make fun art, not fun art, and I want to help you make your home and life a work of art. Let's jump into it. I'm going to walk through the 3 different types, and I'm going to kind of lump them all in these 3 varieties, although there's a ton of different ways and terms that you can use, and I may mention a few. So if you're taking notes to try to find more inspiration later, you might want to jot down some of the alternative terms that I use, because they're great search terms. If you look up how to junk journal, those types of things, it will help you. We're going to start with art journals. Now, technically, any of these can be an art journal, but more traditionally, an art journal is a pre-made journal that you're just adding art into. That can be a pre-made sketchbook or a pre-made watercolor journal. It could be a plain journal that you turn into a sketchbook. All of those are considered art journals. It's basically a place where you practice and you try techniques. It's where you're learning and you're pushing yourself creatively. It's a really great way to develop your skills as an artist. So if you're gonna try any of these, this one in particular, there's no prep work. You buy a journal, you open it up, and let's be honest, you probably have a journal kicking around in your creative space somewhere. Buy a journal, start adding art, and boom, you have an art journal. Number 2, we're going to talk about a Smashbook. Now, Smashbook is actually a brand name, but it's like a common use. It's like people call all cotton swabs Q-tips. Smashbook is the same way. But you can use a Smashbook brand, or you can use an already made book. Maybe that's a vintage book that's falling apart, or a Dollar Tree book, or a Reader's Digest. Those are great for Smashbooks. And you use the pages inside of that book to hold pieces of paper from other items. Remember back in the day before Pinterest existed, how we would rip things out of magazines and like tape them into a journal or a notebook? That's a Smashbook. That's exactly what a Smashbook is. They're a lot of fun. It's really good if you're trying to develop your personal style. You could save all kinds of outfit inspirations. If you're trying to decorate your house, you could save decorating inspiration in one. If you just are trying to curate a vibe of things that inspire you, you can use that. If you love music and you want to pay homage to a certain band, you could use the Smashbook for that. Smashbooks can be used for anything. It's really just a place to collect inspiration, typically in the form of book or magazine pages. However, like all journals, the sky's the limit. Now we're going to get to my favorite of the 3, and that's junk journals. I love junk journals. I love the creativity behind them, and they're so much fun to make. So what is a junk journal? A junk journal is a book that you have made out of things that you would normally throw away. Trash. You can use all types of things inside of them. Sometimes I like to use covers from other books where I've used the pages in other projects. Sometimes you can make the cover itself though. Some people use the cover of an old book as the cover of their journal. Other people actually use junk, whether that's cereal boxes or fabric, to make a cover itself. But the crux of it is that it's typically meant to be filled with pages that you turn into the signatures of the book, or the collection of pages in the book are typically things you would throw away. Ticket stubs or maps or receipts or bags. Anything goes in a junk journal as long as you can tuck it inside. Junk journaling is as much about making the book as it is using it. It's probably more about making the book versus using it. So that's why junk journaling is my favorite, because I get the best of both worlds. I get the pleasure of making the actual book as well as using it as an experience. That's it. Art journals versus Smashbooks versus junk journals. I hope this was helpful for you, and if it was, please hit the buttons and bells and do the YouTube stuff. And if you want to learn more about these types of things, you can either find more videos here on my channel, or you can join me at the School of Fun Art. You can find the link for that in the caption of this video. And that's all I got for today. I'll see you next time, and we'll make something cool. Bye, friends.